So here we go, the fifth and final week of roster reveals is now done and dusted. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at those final reveals, we're going to be taking a look at today's brand new screenshots, and of course, how can we forget today's brand new, very awesome entrance gameplay. So let's get this video underway, kicking it off with today's fifth and final bunch of official 2K17 roster reveals. First off, we have got Asuka. So awesome news for women's wrestling fans as well as NXT fans, as Asuka is now officially confirmed for the roster. We've also got Bayley, so another big women's name now confirmed, and as far as the women's roster this year, it's got to be said it is probably the biggest and best we've ever seen. So again, a great news there for fans of women's wrestling. We've also got the Big Boss Man, who was DLC last year and is now standard roster this year. Blake, Cactus Jack, so one of three faces of Foley now confirmed. Dean Ambrose, who is of course the current WWE champion. Diesel, so much like Razor Ramon last week, Scott Hall and Kevin Nash this year have both reverted back to their WWE characters. Dude Love, so another face of Foley confirmed. Dusty Rhodes, again DLC last year, standard roster this year. Goldust, Jack Swagger, John Cena, the Big Red Machine Kane, Kevin Owens, who is of course the brand new Universal Champion, Lex Luger, Luke Harper, Mankind, therefore completing 3 for 3 of the 3 faces of Foley, Murphy, the Road Dogg making a surprise return, last appearing in the series in WWE 13, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Undertaker, and lastly today we have got the legend known as Vader. So that is the fifth and final week of this year's roster reveals. Overall, I would say some big names and generally a nice mix. So all in all, some pretty good stuff. One thing this year that I will say is that aside from a couple of surprises, we didn't really have any major surprises. Although do keep in mind that DLC is still to come. But yeah, as I say, overall, all in all, some pretty good stuff. And definitely a solid roster for 2K17, which of course, as officially confirmed by 2K, is the largest roster to date. So, roster reveals down, 2 things still to go. Next up, we've got this week's brand new screenshots. So here we go, let's see what we've got. Our first screenshot this week is the very awesome looking Asuka. As we mentioned before, this is her WWE Games debut. So there is this first screenshot, plus this second screenshot, which also features Bayley, with Bayley hitting our finisher maneuver in the NXT arena. Next up, we have got 2 screenshots featuring Seth Rollins. There is this one with Rollins on a turnbuckle as part of his entrance. Then there is this one which looks to be post-match due to the lack of entrance top. There is also this screenshot featuring Kevin Owens and Cesaro, this time in the backstage area. Saving the best till last, at least for me, this one featuring one of my favourite tag teams of all time, the Road Dogg and Billy Gunn, better known together as the New Age Outlaws. Now this one confirms that Billy Gunn switches from the one gimmick seen in 2K16 back to his badass Billy Gunn gimmick for 2K17. Of course, along with our first look at the new edition of the Road Dogg, who is making his first appearance since WWE 13. As you can see, some pretty epic stuff. And of course, finally today, this week's brand new official entrance gameplay, which we're going to be seeing momentarily. But before we do, that is it from me on this one. So before you guys leave today's video, drop me a comment down below and let me know your thoughts on today's reveals, screenshots, and of course the entrance. As always, stay tuned to the channel for plenty more 2K17 content coming very, very soon. And until next time, this has been 101. Enjoy the entrance. And I will see you all on the next one.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Osaka, Japan, the NXT Women's Champion, Asuka.
Here comes Asuka ready for action.
I don't think the Divas division has ever been this intense, and this Diva is a lot of the reason why.
Yeah, she's changed the entire division.